It is baseball time here at Palm Springs Stadium. Brae Foust here bringing you some PSCL action. We have reached the quarterfinals here in the PSCL playoffs. Today's matchup is going to be the number 5 seed Bombers against the overall number 1 seed Lumberjacks. As of this recording, going into the season, the Lumberjacks with a 15-2-1 season to start things off in the National League, 8-10. It's going to be a pretty big matchup here, quarterfinal game right here with Bombers and Lumberjacks. Before we get going, let's go ahead and name off the names in the field so far for the Lumberjacks. In the outfield, it's going to be Polanco in left field, Jimenez at center field, and Harmon at right. In the field, infield perhaps, it's going to be Carranza at the hot corner, Gebhardt at short, Stillwell at second, and Griffin at first. Behind the plate, it's going to be Hadley. And starting pitcher for your Lumberjacks, it's going to be number 12, Kyle Turner, who will also be the designated hitter for today's matchup. So he's going to be doing both pitching and hitting today. For the season, at least for pitching-wise for the Rush, for him, he's only pitched one game total, but didn't give up a run that game, so not too shabby. I believe the Lumberjacks are trying to save their arms for the semis and championship matchup. They feel confident in their guy right here, Kyle Turner, to get the job done and get them going into the semifinals, or at least to save their good arms ready for the semifinals against the Bombers, who are, yes, the 5 seed of the National League, but they did defeat the 4 seed yesterday to move on. So no harm, no foul there. As again, this is a single elimination. Anything can happen. Anything goes pretty much. We had a big matchup, a big game yesterday. Correction, a while ago with the Green Dragons defeating the Blue Sox 3-2 late in the game. So here we go. Quarterfinal matchup set to go underway. Turner going to be facing off against Macias. Hey, what's going on, my man?
How's it going?
Oh, not a whole lot, not a whole lot.
Nice to join you here.
Yeah. First pitch on its way. A little high for a ball. Kyle Turner, like I said, has only pitched one game this season, but did not give up a run that outing.
See how he does here in the playoffs, you know.
1-0 pitch, a little high for a ball.
Not often he only pitched one appearance in the regular season and all of a sudden jump right into it in the playoffs. So see what he's made of here, start this one out.
Starting off a little slow with the 2-0 count. Next pitch on its way. Fastball catches that outside corner a little up for a strike. Count is now 2-1.
Yeah, bigger zone here with this umpire behind the plate, so you will see a lot of those upper part of the zone called for a strike. Try to use that to your advantage with the breaking pitch down in the zone.
Hadley aiming out to the outside. Ground ball over to short. Gebhardt had a little bobble there, and that's not going to get there in time. So Macias, with his speed, is going to be able to get to first base easily. And the Bombers have themselves a base runner on the base path.
Right there, using that slider after getting that fastball up in the zone. Got him to get out in front on that pitch, but unfortunately his shortstop couldn't quite make the play.
Looked like it was going to be a tough play for Gebhardt either way, with him going way outside. Going to be a tougher throw to make anyway. Macias with a quick feet, able to get the single. That's going to bring up Jonathan Jackson, PSCL All-Star here.
Really good speed at the plate too, so putting the ball in play, it's going to be hard to turn a double play on this guy for sure.
The Bombers do have a lot of speed on especially in the first 3 batters going with Jackson and Macias, so you have to be careful of the steal potential here.
Yeah, speed plays here at the PSCL. You know, taking advantage of as that ball's hitting the air.
Fly out to center field. Jimenez gets underneath and makes the grab, and that will be out number 1. Didn't have to move a whole lot there from Jimenez, and Jackson is down with the fly out 8.
As I was saying, you know, speed really plays here at the PSCL. You know, especially with this field, a lot of bad hops will happen. So taking advantage of the extra base. is crucial here, especially here in the playoffs. You know, every run really matters. Every run really counts. So using the speed to your advantage is going to be big.
Throw back over to first. Keep Macias close. Nothing really much there. Yeah, we've seen a whole lot of bad hops off the end of the infield grass. Having to have people just jump up, but not even coming close to grabbing it.
I always say the best thing to do is just keep it in front of you. You're going to get bad hops anywhere you play, really.
First pitch he sees, Quinn McCoy going to be flying all the way out to right field. Harmon gets underneath it, makes the grab, and that's going to be a one-pitch, one-out situation. We have two outs now in the top of the first.
Could be three, but it's all right. He's doing a great job of, you know, getting the next two guys after that, really backing up his shortstop over there, who did really have a tough play to go into the hole. But a lot of the great shortstops are able to make that play, and unfortunately he wasn't. But he'll get another opportunity, so that's just the way baseball plays.
That's absolutely how baseball plays. This is going to be Ochoa up to the plate now for the Bombers. First pitch he sees, a little bit of an off-speed pitch, swung on and missed, strike one.
Yeah, Ochoa is hitting a $160 right now on the summer, but hopefully he can find a way to move that runner over here with 2 outs.
Throw back over to Macias again. Just keeping him close again. Yeah, he currently batting 160. His OBP, though, is a little high, though, with 371. Could be better, so he is finding ways to get on base, nonetheless. Throw back over to first again.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of a player from my favorite team, the Dodgers, Max Muncy. He has a very low batting average, but, you know, when you have as great of a plate discipline as he does, you know, you find a way to get on base. And as good old Billy Bean used to say, what does he do? He gets on base. That's all you can really ask for out of your players. Give yourselves a chance.
Throw back over, trying to get Macias this time. Macias diving. Makes it back in time. Yeah, I am actually a big fan I feel like with OBP, it's a team effort. You know, if you have a high OBP, you're doing this for the team. You're trying to do everything you can to get on base.
Yeah, so usually, you know, the average is nice to see for stats, you know, when you're getting scouted, but when it comes down to the team aspect of the game, on-base percentage plays a huge role because you're putting the pressure on the defense, you know, when you have guys in scoring position or just getting guys on base, you know, getting the pitcher to work out of the wind-up or out of the stretch instead of the wind-up. And so let's see if they can take advantage here.
Next pitch in the dirt. Nice block there by Hadley. Moves the count to 2-0.
And with a big backstop as it is here on the stadium as compared to the turf, you know, the more base runners you guys can get on and put the pressure on the pitcher to really throw strikes in the zone and not so much pitches that strikes that guys chase, you know, really forcing him to make plays out there.
Absolutely. Next pitch over hard of the plate, taken for a strike. Counts 2-1 now.
Big test here for the Bombers, though, playing against the top seed, not just in the national division, but in the PSCL overall in the Lumberjacks.
Next pitch swung on and missed. That's going to be swinging strike 3. And that's going to do it for the top of the first inning. So, no harm, no foul after that first base hit. We're going to go into the bottom of the first inning. Score still remains Bombers 0, Lumberjacks 0. We'll see what comes next right here on the PSCL baseball broadcast.
Imagine a place where birdies tell tales. Where hard to describe is easy to find. A place that brings the stars closer to Earth. Can you imagine? This is Rancho Mirage.
Like your bacon
Say it. Steady.
ultimate cheeseburger.
Go! Your bacon ultimate cheeseburger.
Hot.
Yes, we are.
We won't make it till you order it. Our best bacon ultimate cheeseburger ever. Now at Jack in the Box.
Welcome back now to the bottom of the first inning, quarterfinal matchup between the Bombers and the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks, Kyle Turner able to give up just one hit, but that was all he was able to give up. Going 1, 2, 3 after that, and now the Lumberjacks have their turn up at the plate here at the bottom of the first inning. It's going to be Jimenez, our center fielder for the Lumberjacks, up first. First pitch taken for a called strike. Real quick, we're going to take the field for the Bombers in the outfield. We have Wainfield in left field, Jonathan Jackson in center, Macias in right field. Next pitch outside for a ball. Count is even up 1-1. In the infield, we have Ochoa at the hot corner, Irwin at short, Anderson at second, and Quinn McCoy at first. Behind the plate is going to be Marr, and the starting pitcher is Catherine for the Bombers. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, pushes that out to the right field line. That's going to get down. Heads up, 9-3. Not going to happen, though.
Good piece of hitting. I like the effort there from right field, but, you know, you gotta understand you can't be throwing that ball away. Can't give yourself an opportunity to throw the ball away when he's already that close. He's maybe a step or two from the bag. I understand what he's trying to do, trying to collect outs, but playoff time, you can't be forcing the issue. You really gotta, you know, just take what you're given. But luckily for him, first baseman was there to knock it down.
Quinn McCoy doing pretty good defense here this season so far. First pitch to Stillwell, taken over the heart of the plate for a strike. Count is 0-1 now.
And I think that's something that a lot of the defenses are playing to is not many guys have really big pop off the bat. So playing in, trying to take away those little dunkers.
Next pitch, little jam shot, pushes to the first base side. That's going to be fouled. The count now is 0-2. Maybe Macias was having just a little bit of fun there as well, even though it's playoff time. Might just try to have a little fun. Maybe give a confidence boost if he actually hit that 9-3.
Oh, yeah. And I don't know the living situation for some of these players, but those two could be roommates. And I know for my team with the Chill, you know, a lot of them did room with some players from other teams. And, you know, there'd be a little bit of playful banter going on throughout the game. So that might be something that might have been talked about before going into this one.
0-2 pitch. Going to be a breaking ball. Nice defense there by Stillwell. Keeps the bat alive, 0-2.
And that's the beauty of a summer league. You know, you room with guys from different teams. You know, you get to know guys from other areas, you know, different walks of life. And then you guys get out here on the ball field, and it's competition. But, you know, you still get that playful banter going on throughout the game.
0-2 pitch. Swung on, jam shot, hits up the middle. Anderson tosses over to Irwin, throws over to McCoy. And he stays off the bag. No tag is applied. So that's just going to be a standard 4-6 fielder's choice. A pretty good effort, though, by the gentlemen of the Bombers. We have one out now in the inning.
Yeah, stellar play there by the first baseman to be able to get off the bag. It would have been really nice if you're the pitcher if he was able to keep his foot on, but great way to come off that bag, especially with a throw that's like coming in really hot. You know, you just got to try your best to make that catch, and he was able to make the play there. Save the runner from advancing.
So the first pitch now to Harmon is going to be taken right over the heart of the plate, called strike. Yeah, with this Lumberjacks team, though, being overall number 1, 15-2-1, you give them an opportunity like you just did there with the 4-6 fielder's choice and not the double play. It could come back to bite you, as this team has been almost unstoppable. Though that being said, they have been stopped a couple times. We'll have to just wait and see here.
Yeah, with a team batting average of .318, it's like you cannot be giving them extra opportunities to drive in runs, putting guys in scoring position with terrible defense. That's kind of why I was talking about the right field over there for the Bombers. Sometimes you just got to eat the baseball. You can't give the other team extra opportunities to score.
So 2 balls, 1 strike is the count. Catherine kicks, he deals. And Harmon's going to push that out to left field, but right into the glove of Wainfield, and that's going to be out number 2. A pretty good base hit right there, but unfortunately Wainfield was the right place, the right time. That's going to be out number 2.
Yeah, the key for the Bombers here is just going to have to play solid defense. I know the couple of times we played the Lumberjacks, we were able to hold them to 4 or 5 runs, but that's just because they battle up there at the plate. They will not give up an at-bat, and they will do everything they can to put the ball in play. So the Bombers really got to step up their game on defense if they want to try to pull this one out against the number 1 seed.
Absolutely. Here comes Kyle Turner, the designated hitter and pitcher for today's matchup. Pitched a pretty good first inning so far for him. Now he's going to see what he can do up to the plate.
Yeah, hitting .360 on the summer, so right guy, right spot, maybe put one in the gap and try to send that guy around. Knowing Sam and how he runs his team, you know, he's going to try to push the effort, push the envelope on the Bombers to try to make plays.
First pitch, breaking ball, gets over to the inside corner of the plate. A little high as well, 4 strike, 0-1 is the count.
Good pitch there to start him off, something a little off speed there on inside on the hands. Might try to start working him away here with the fastball, maybe bust him in.
See if you're correct right here. 0-1 pitch. Checked his swing. Nice block there by Mar.
Went back to the breaking pitch. Something that the Lumberjacks do very well is they do jump on the fastball, so I think that's what they're going to try to do here with this hitter, especially a hitter of his caliber, is really try to get him to chase at a breaking pitch that looks like a fastball to the hands. And for any, especially with lefties, if you can really tunnel that breaking pitch like it's the fastball, you're going to get a lot of swing and miss.
Runner goes, breaking ball catches Turner, sleeping. Strike 3 is the call, and that will do it for the bottom of the first inning. So a good pitching right there by Catherine for the Bombers. We're going into the top of the second now. Your score still remains 0-0. When we come back, we'll see if the Bombers get some runs of their own right here on the PSCL Baseball Network.
Our family at Desert Air has always had one mission: to provide our community with comfort solutions that fit their lifestyle and budget. For over 65 years, Desert Air strives to meet and exceed our customers' expectations, not only by keeping them comfortable, but by continuing to stand behind our service, products, and knowledgeable staff. Desert Air is family-owned here in the Coachella Valley since 1954 and will continue to be here for all your AC and heating needs. Desert Air. Live comfortably.
None of us can see the future, but we can plan for it. And Eisenhower Health has been doing that for years, adding state-of-the-art new facilities, innovative technologies, more doctors in key specialties, and more health centers across the valley, and new programs to meet specialized needs. Whatever the future brings, bring it on, because Eisenhower Health is here for you today and tomorrow.
Agua Caliente Casinos has added more of the hottest and newest slots. With more than 155,000 square feet of gaming, your next jackpot is just a slot pull away. No matter which of our 3 premier properties you visit, Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City, you'll always find more of the hottest and newest slots. Agua Caliente Casinos, the caliente place to play.
Top of the second inning here on this PSCL quarterfinal matchup between the Bombers and the Lumberjacks. Up to the plate for the Bombers is going to be Mar, Almany, and Wainfield. On the mound again, going to be Kyle Turner. Did just strike out. Might be a little frustrated. Maybe going to do a couple punch-outs himself right here in the top of the second. First pitch. Catch that outside corner, strike 1. Nice placement there on the pitch.
Best thing to do right here is just locate away, especially if you see where the hitter's set up. He's set up further away from home plate, so if you can live away, get him to hit little dinkers like that. Weak contact is what you want. Unfortunately for him, that one landed in center field for a base hit.
Yeah, the depth of Palm Springs Stadium. Strikes again, hit in no man's land, nowhere near for anybody else to grab. And that is just a rinky-dink blooper single there for Tyler Mar. That happens here in this league. That happens here in this stadium. You'll get a lot of those no man land base hits. We've seen a lot of them this season.
Best thing he could have done was maybe throw that a little bit more outside. I think that caught too much of the plate, but still ground ball away from getting 2 outs.
First pitch to Almany is going to be in the dirt for a ball. Yeah, even then though, it's still pretty lucky. Just stick the bat out there to get enough contact to get out into the no man's land. But nonetheless, yeah, you're correct. We got to throw away. Mar is going to reach over to second off the error, off the pass ball of Griffin, and he's going to move over to scoring position now. Still nobody out in the top of the second.
One thing the Bombers do as well as the Jacks is be able to put the ball in play. They do strike out a lot, but they also do put the ball in play a lot. So hopefully that helps them out here with that errant throw and moves the runner into scoring position.
Bombers facing the #1 overall seed need to have every opportunity they can to take out the best team in the league right now. 1-0 pitch fouled off out of play going into the park. Look out over there.
And that's all you can really do against one of the better teams in this league is, just take advantage of all the opportunities that you get. I mean, leadoff base hit, whether it was a rinky-dink hit or not, get them over on an error or, any way possible. Now you see him in scoring position, and a ball to the right side probably scores him.
1-1 pitch. Got him swinging. Looked like an off-speed pitch for a called strike. 1-2 is the count now.
Yeah, there's the Bombers once again. They're a very, very free-swinging team, so that's why I say they will put the ball in play, but they also do strike out a lot. So let's see if he can put the ball in play here and try to move that run over at least.
So 1-2 is the count. Turner kicks. He deals. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 swinging. That's going to be out #1 for the Bombers. Nice pitch there by Turner to get him swinging at that one. Looked like maybe another off-speed pitch chasing. That's going to be the first out of the inning.
Yeah, both teams really good fastball hitting teams, so the off-speed is really going to play here today before both the Lumberjacks and the Bombers.
And that's going to bring up Wayne Field against Kyle Turner. Got his strikeout back from that swinging strikeout. First pitch fouled off into the stands for 0-1 count now. And you mentioned, the Bombers, they're a very free swinging team. And I respect that a whole lot. I would rather have a team swinging, going down swinging, rather than a whole team, staying patient and having a whole lot of strikeouts looking.
Yeah, because if you're swinging the bat and giving yourself an opportunity to put the ball in play, that's all you can really ask for. I mean, in the game of baseball, just putting the ball in play, good things will happen. Sometimes the other team makes plays, but very rarely are you going to see a team make every single play, especially here in the PSCL. So, and with the umpires, having the very erratic zone as they have, you really don't want to leave it into their hands. So it's best if you just swing the bat and, give yourself a chance.
1-1 pitch swung on, fouled off back into the park. We'll go back at it with a 1-2 count now.
I like to see a breaking pitch here on the outer half. Even if he swings and makes some kind of contact, it's going to be weak contact, and hopefully it's to the left side of the field and holds the runner there at second.
Waynfield having to defend now. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, caught a little too much of the play. Nice right there. Going to be a line drive out to right field. We got a runner going from third to home. Is the tag going to be in time? No, the ball's not in the glove. He's going to be safe. And the Bombers, off the RBI single, are going to take the lead early. It's now 1-0.
Yeah, too much of the plate, and a very gutsy call there from Cody Henderson, the Bombers coach, to send the runner. But again, like I said, make the other team make plays, and that was a great throw from the center fielder, but the catcher could not handle it, and that's what allowed for the Bombers to score. Otherwise, he would have been hosed by a mile.
So that's going to bring up a new batter with now a runner at first, with the runner now at second base.
And great heads-up base running there from the Bombers to take second base on the throw.
Anderson up to the plate now for the Bombers. Going to be swung on, fouled off, out of play for a strike.
Yeah, Dayton Anderson, one of the older guys on the squad, hitting .333, slugging .500. Looking for him to put the ball in play here and try to tack on another one for the Bombers.
Good opportunity to keep this lead going. Next pitch swung on, fouled down the right field line. Is going to get foul out of play. That's going to move the count now to 0-2. Pretty good guy right here to get things going. Like I said, a .333. A good old-fashioned 1-for-3 hitter right here.
Yeah, hit a game. That's all you can really ask for from a player, especially in this very difficult sport of baseball. I mean, you hit 300, you're a Hall of Famer.
0-2 pitch. Heads up, has to move out of the way there. Does not catch the inside part of the plate. 1-2 is the count now. Still has to choke up, though, a little bit and protect.
I like those kind of adjustments from hitters, guys that choke up on the bat, or widen their stance, try to shrink the zone.
Next pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3 is the swing right there. That's going to be out number 2. And we are down now with just one out left with the runner at second base still.
He got the punch out there, but still throwing too many strikes in the zone, too many hittable strikes with 2 strikes. I would like to see him, make that adjustment a little bit better, because it will give him an opportunity to, miss more bats and get more weak contact. I mean, that base hit caught too much of the plate, and that's why he was able to hit a nice little line drive back up the middle.
that's going to bring up Irwin up to the plate. And we're going to call time real quick.
I don't know if that's time or if that's pitch clock. Something that they did implement for the playoffs is the pitch clock. I think that might be the first warning for the pitch clock. Pitch clock is only 20 seconds straight up, whether there's somebody on base or not. So it's going to be a little bit of a adjustment here for the pitchers, you know, because we didn't play with that all summer. So now going into the playoffs and having to deal with the pitch clock, it's a little bit of adjustment. And I think that's what makes for the faster pace of these games. I mean, my game this morning, we still had like 45 minutes left on the game clock, and we finished all 7 innings pretty quickly. So pitch clock will play a big factor here.
First pitch to already. He's going to swing on. That's going to be a little blooper line drive over to Gebhardt, who is going to make the play, and that's going to do it. But not before the Bombers able to get on the board first in the top of the second after that nice RBI single. We're going to the bottom of the second. We're going to see if the Lumberjacks can get a run of their own right here on the PSCL YouTube broadcast.
When it comes to air conditioning and heating questions, Desert Air has the answers. Like, did you know it is recommended that you change your filters every 6 months to keep your air as clean as possible? And do you know it's important to service your system at least twice a year to keep it running optimally, especially here in our extreme desert conditions? Desert Air knows. And with a team of experienced and factory-trained technicians, we are here to help with all your air conditioning and heating needs. Desert Air. Live comfortably.
Bottom of the second inning here on the PSCL quarterfinal matchup between the Bombers and the Lumberjacks. Bombers have taken an early lead off the RBI single on the top of the second. Now the Lumberjacks, rarely in this hole, but are in a little bit of probably a small little pothole nonetheless, with a 1-0 deficit going into the bottom of the second as Carranza up to the plate now for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, 1-0 ball game here early in the game. You know, still very, very, very manageable. And the Lumberjacks being a very good hitting team, they are very hard to get out, especially that to strike out, since they put the ball in play so much. So I see this being turning out to maybe like a 5-3, 5-4 ball game.
First pitch to Jose Carranza, swung on and missed for a strike. Carranza batted .344 average. OBP is at .450. Been one of the top hitters for the Lumberjacks this season. 0-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounder over to shortstop. Irwin's going to get that ball. Throw over to McCoy. A little high, though. Lands right on the bag. So a little bit of a high throw, but no harm, no foul, as that's going to be an easy 6-3 putout.
See, that's one of those rare times where you accept the fielder backhanding it like that, because he was set up to field that cleanly. And like I mentioned earlier, you are going to get some bad hops on this field, and he was able to make the quick adjustment. A little bit of an errant throw. I think he had a little bit more time to plant his feet and throw, but you know, first baseman doing a stellar job over there once again of going after the baseball, making sure he takes care of it.
So Blanco now up to the plate for the Lumberjacks. First pitch he takes. Try to get the back door on the outside. Doesn't connect, though, for a ball. I've seen a whole lot of those breaking balls, catching those outside corners, fooling batters all season long. Next pitch up and away for a ball.
Yeah, it's one of those harder pitches to hit other than the fastball low and away. It's because it starts out a ball the entire time, and as a hitter you have the yes, 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 no mentality. But when you see a pitch that just starts outside and stays outside and just barely clips the corner, you're just like, well, tip your hat to the pitcher. He just made a stellar pitch there.
Next pitch was near the dirt. Count is now 3-0. Catherine now in a little bit of struggle here. We'll see if the green light is on. 3-0 pitch. Red light was taken, and that is going to be a 4-pitch walk for Polanco. And the Lumberjacks now have themselves a runner on first base with 1 out.
Tough to see it after getting the ground ball out to start the inning, but once again, another ground ball gets you 2 and gets you out of this inning. So let's see if we can get back on it here. Probably starting with something soft away once again like he did this at bat.
So that's going to bring up Drew Griffin for the Lumberjacks. .280 batting average, .357 OBP. First pitch to him. Check the swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Breaking ball a little low for a 1-0 count now.
There he is again, starting off with the breaking pitch. Like I mentioned earlier, these two teams are really good at hitting the fastball. So the breaking pitch, the secondary pitches are really going to play a factor into this one.
1-0 pitch swung on. That's driven out to right field.
That
might be in the gap. That's going to be burning both center and right. Polanco reaching over to third, and he's running third, going to home, and he's going to make it in time. Nobody throwing on the plate. And that right there is Griffin with an RBI double, and the Lumberjacks have tied this game up 1-1.
Once again, cannot beat the Lumberjacks with the fastball. He gets ahead in the count after missing in the dirt with the breaking pitch, so hitter's sitting fastball, and what does he do with it? He drives it the other way in the gap for an RBI double, and that's just the Lumberjacks game right there. You got to be able to locate your breaking pitches in order to get those fastballs by them. Otherwise, they're going to be sitting on them.
A good move just to send Polanco right across, rounding third. Just sent him right on home. No reflex whatsoever. He just sent him, and it was paid off for him as now as a tie ball game.
No, with good speed like that, as a coach, ball in the gap, that's your first mentality is, all right, I'm going to send him home, but I will break him down if need be. And that's where you got to read the outfield and the throw and the relay. But I'm pretty sure Sam DiMatteo had the intentions of bringing him home no matter what, being with that ball in the gap.
First pitch swung on and missed by Hadley. Next pitch, hard of the plate. Does not swing at that. 0-2 is the count now. Catherine looks over at second to Griffin. Checks him again. Kicks. He deals. Breaking ball right behind the back of Hadley. Maybe a little too far inside for him.
Should have pulled a little Mark Cannon, throw the hip out there. Maybe get the hit by pitch. Nearly almost got the bat too, so it was almost a lucky break for the Bombers.
So the 1-2 count. That one does get him right in the hip. I think he was trying to go for a backdoor breaking ball and didn't get around it in time. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. Now runners at first and second. And we still only have one out in the inning, as that's going to bring up Binion Gebhardt up to the plate now, the dangerous 9-hitter.
Yeah, this is where you got to try to find a way to minimize. You've already given up one run in the inning. You have one out. Ground ball gets you out of this, but again, good speed up at the plate. Want to at least get one out here, but definitely try to minimize the one run here in this inning. Don't want to let it get too far out of reach, because the Lumberjacks will find a way to put it out of reach.
Will McCoy over at first base playing in because he knows the speed of Gebhardt. He knows he will attempt a bunt here. First pitch to Gebhardt, taking over the hard of plate, called strike. 0-1 is the count.
That's the beauty of throwing a lot of first pitch breaking pitches and being effectively wild, is that every once in a while you can throw that get me over fastball right down the middle to get ahead in the count.
0-1 pitch is outside, does not connect on the outside corner. 1-1 evened up now.
I'd like to see a competitive pitch here. Try to get at least one. It's going to be hard to turn two, but want to at least see one out recorded here.
So 1 ball, 1 strike gives count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Gebhardt took a whack at that one, just a little behind though. The count has now moved up to 1-2.
He was definitely looking for that Sherman's Deli and Bakery sign over there. Try to piece one up off the wall. Try to drive in two. Now he's got to be a little bit on the defensive here with a 2-strike approach.
1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, trying to go backdoor again. Doesn't connect, though. 2-2 is the count.
Got to throw that pitch. That's one of those pitches, if you're going to throw it outside, you just got to throw it. Otherwise, it's either going to sail to the backstop or you're going to miss completely wide. The worst that could happen is he fouls it off. So actually, that's not true. He could probably hit it for a base hit.
Probably hit it to the right field, push it out there. But here's the 2-2 count now. Swung on and missed. Try to check his swing. Does not, though, in time. And that is going to be strike 3 off the check swing put out.
Good pitch there. Good pitch there. He already threw 2 fastballs down the middle to this hitter. He looked at the first one, swung at the second one, so he was able to play off of it and throw that slider down and in to get him to chase. So that's a huge second out here in the second inning.
So bad news. That is going to bring up the top of the lineup, Jimenez. Good news, though, is that is the second out of the inning. First pitch to Jimenez is going to be called strike. 0-1 is the count to start things off.
Doing a good job of mixing up the first pitch looks here. The last few batters he was hitting them with all breaking pitches. Now he's mixing the fastball in and try to get back ahead in the count.
Catherine looking over at Griffin. 0-1 pitch. Checked his swing. That's going to get by, though. Ball 1 is the call.
Can't let that happen. Can't let that happen, because now a little dinker can not just score one, but possibly two. With 2 outs, runner will be going on contact. So as a catcher, it's a tough look. You want to be able to keep those runners where they're at. Now there's 2 guys in scoring position.
So now 1 ball and 1 strike is the count to Jimenez, and the runners have moved now both to second and third. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Still with 2 outs, though, in the inning. All the Bombers need is a good ground ball or fly out here. Next pitch swung on. That's going to be fouled off, out of play, just behind the stadium seats. And the count now up to 1-2. Catherine giving up that 1 run off the double. RBI double by Griffin. Trying his best to keep it just a tie ball game right here. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. That's going to get up the middle. Anderson trying to get underneath it. Gets it in time. Has to make the throw over to home plate. Is it in time? No, it is not. And that is going to be turning not just a 1, but a 2 RBI single for Jimenez, and it is now 3-1 Lumberjacks.
That's the aggressive gameplay that the coach Sam DiMatteo and the Lumberjacks play. And like I said, you cannot be giving them the extra opportunities, because they will take advantage.
So with that fine piece of base running right there, the Lumberjacks taking the lead 3-1. Runner goes, first pitch, taken for a ball. Here's the throw down. Is he getting time? Yes, he does.
Stellar throw.
Nice throw by right there by the catcher, Tyler Marr. And that will do it for the inning. But not before the Lumberjacks answer for themselves. They have scored now 3 runs in the bottom of the second inning and have taken the lead 3-1. We'll see if the Bombers can come back in the top of the third inning right here on the PSCL YouTube broadcast.
Girl, you know that there's one thing that I love, but it's not you I'm thinking of. I want the ultimate cheeseburger. Break it down. Cheese meat, cheese meat, and that's it. Baby, you know it's hot and juicy. This Jack won't make it till you order it.
Girls love this.
Our target is men.
What's the target?
Top of the third inning now. Lumberjacks 3-1 lead against the Bombers as Macias is coming up to the plate now for the Bombers as we get set to go here in the top of the third inning.
Big shutdown inning here if the Lumberjacks can get it. It would be a huge momentum shift. I mean, they already had a momentum shift with the 3-run bottom of the second, but in order to keep that momentum going on their side, need to see a 0 put up here for the Lumberjacks.
First pitch. Swung on, fouled off, little dinker down the left field line for a strike. 0-1 is the count now.
Good
Next,
piece.
a nice piece of hitting right there. Line drive out to left field. That is going to get down, and Macias has himself a base hit.
Yeah, a lot of low-scoring ball games so far, so I anticipate this being a little more of a higher-scoring ball game. It definitely will be a close one, but both teams very good at putting the ball in play. Lumberjacks, though, do a very a much better job at clutch hitting than the Bombers. So hopefully the Bombers can try to come through here and cut the deficit.
First pitch to Jonathan Jackson, taken outside for a ball. 1-0 to start things off here.
So I think, the last game was a 3-2 ball game?
It was a close matchup, that's for sure. Bottom of the sixth, the Green Dragons able to take the lead. According to our broadcaster friend Sam Fetterman, apparently the crowd was getting into it as well here.
Well, that's the beauty of playoff baseball. Every play, every pitch matters, and the closer and tighter the ball game is, the more people are really invested in it. So hopefully we can see another good one here.
Next pitch in the dirt, runner does go, and Macias is going to get there easily, even bounce off the chest protector.
Quality time to call the steal there, breaking pitch count, and threw that one in the dirt, so he was able to get that base stolen easily. Yeah, last I had heard it was a 2-0 ball game over with the A's and the Bootleggers, and our ball game this morning, it was a 2-0 win for the North Stars. So a lot of good quality ball games going on here today.
Absolutely. Next pitch, checked his swing to Jonathan Jackson. Yes, he did go across. Count now has moved up to 1-2. Yeah, when it comes to playoff action, everybody on their A game. Ready to try and make sure that they get the top-notch team here in the PSCL. Next pitch, going to be in the dirt for a ball. That's what you love about playoff action here. Everybody out here trying to do the best they can, giving it their 100%. Even with regular season, every now and then you have to give up maybe 80%, 90% just to, make sure everyone's healthy, as this is a everyday thing for a whole month here. Next pitch, catches that inside corner, strike three called. Jonathan Jackson sat down on strikes. A nice breaking ball, catches that inside corner. Just nicked it there, and that will be out number one.
That was a good bite to the. I want to say that was a changeup, could have been a slider, but that's the effectiveness of being able to throw a sharp breaking pitch. It looks like a fastball the entire way, and you could see by the hitter, he was thinking fastball because it looked fastball, and then last minute sharp break, caught the corner, was able to get the punch out.
First pitch by Braden Turner, going to be fouled off out of play. Hopefully I didn't park over there, and that's going to be an 0-1 count.
I parked right behind us. So,
are you good? Are you safe?
The only thing that's gonna get my car is if it goes straight back and misses us. But I think we'll get it before it gets to my truck.
I think I put my truck in front of a tree, just keep the shade going. 0-1 is the count. Line shot,
knock it down.
Look, Ryan shot. Oh, that's gonna get right through the glove of Griffin. Macias rounds third. He's gonna head home. Throw over to second base. Is he gonna get it in time? Yes, he is. On the first base line. Is going to score a run, but got maybe a little too greedy going for the double.
Yeah, definitely a little too greedy there. I mean, that play's right in front of you. You got to see that there's no play at home, so they're not going to be throwing it. I mean, taking away a base runner like that, getting out on the base pass is just huge, especially when you're playing a team like the Lumberjacks, who will take advantage of the free plays like that. And Overmore, the first baseman there, you got to be able to knock that down. You got to be able to keep your body in front of that. I know it's tough to play out here on this field. A lot of bad hops will happen, but it's one of those where you cannot let that get to the side of you. You got to just let it hit you in the chest and try to really body that up. I think he played it too much to the side and not really squaring that up. But luckily for him, base runner was being a little too greedy, and his right fielder was able to make an easy throw over to second to get him out.
That's going to bring up Ochoa 0-for-1 today with nobody on base now, with 2 outs in the top of the third inning. Braden Turner, 38 pitches, 2 2/3 innings pitched so far. Next pitch on its way. Swung on. Nice off-speed pitch near the dirt for another strike. Had him fooled there, looking a little fooled there.
Yeah, again, quality pitches with the breaking pitch. Doing a better job here in this inning of not throwing them for hittable strikes and pitches that look like strikes, but just missing out of the zone.
Next pitch swung on a little chopper down the left field line. That's going to get foul, though. Pretty hard hit ball.
Yeah, that one was caught too much of the plate. Try to throw it more in on his hands, even if he doesn't get the call. not allowing the hitter to, you know, get a good swing off of it. And that's really the big key for any pitcher at any level is, you know, it's one thing if you can pound the zone with strikes, but it's another thing if you can, you know, make that breaking pitch look like it's in a hittable spot and it just comes out of the zone.
Next pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3 swinging, and that will do it for the top of the third inning. But the Bombers are able to get another run back on the board and keep this game just a 1-run deficit. We're going into the bottom of the third inning. Your score, Lumberjacks 3 and Bombers 2. We'll come back in the bottom of the third inning right here on the PSCL YouTube broadcast.
That's it. That's his house. Mr. Brad Haley?
Relax. Did I win something?
My sources tell me you've been calling Jack in the Box junk in the box.
So?
I take these things personally, Brad.
Get lost.
Sure, just try my food, apologize, and I'll go.
Beat it, clown!
Listen, punk! I've spent millions of dollars improving my kitchens to make our best burgers ever!
You're psycho!
Oh, yeah. Whoop 'em good, Jack.
Brad, you get to try my best burger ever, and all I want is your honest opinion.
Tasty.
Really? You're not just saying that because I'm kneeling on your spine?
No, I shouldn't have dissed your food, man. I'm sorry, Jack.
Well, I'm sorry about the grass stains.
Really?
No.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
We've reached the bottom of the third inning. Lumberjacks still hold a 3-2 lead, but the Bombers battling really good here early on in this game. But now the Lumberjacks back at the plate. Harmon's going to be leading things off for the Lumberjacks. 0 for 1 today after a line out to left. There's that hard shot out to left field where Wakefield was just right there.
Good pitch there to start off the at-bat. Like I said, you know, both teams really good at hitting the fastball, so when you can locate the breaking pitch and get the corner, get it over for a strike early in the count, that plays huge later on in the IAB.
Next pitch, up and in for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Harmon wanting to get things started again for the Lumberjacks after that second inning 3-run spot. Next pitch outside, does not come back in time. Count is now 2-1.
Got to be able to finish that pitch. He was able to throw it the first time. Got to be able to do it again.
So 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Fastball, a little way too low though. Now count has moved up to 3-1. Catherine 1 pitch shy of letting a runner go on the base path now. Catherine now the stretch. He kicks, he deals. That one fastball in the dirt again. Good block there by Marr to keep that in his mitt though. That's the good news. The bad news is Harmon now on the base path.
Not ideal to start off the inning with a walk. I mean, more times than not, that leadoff walk will find its way around the score. So let's see if he can get a ground ball here and get 2 outs.
Next pitch, a little bit away for a ball.
There's the ground ball.
Nice ground ball over the second base side. Is he going to get in time, though? 6-4-6 is in time. And it's going to be a 4-6 fielder's choice. Nice play there by Anderson.
Had a great job to get the 1 out there. Didn't try to force the double play. One more ground ball gets the Bombers out of this one.
So first pitch to Kyle Turner, swung on, fouled off. 0-1 is the count now. 0-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on a little chopper up to the pitcher. Throw over. It's going to be a little wide, though. And that should be actually an E1 right there.
Got to communicate there. Got to communicate there. Ball right back at the pitcher. You got to know beforehand who's going to take that throw. Usually it is the shortstop because he's coming across and is able to make that throw. And I think that's what he was. I think he saw the second baseman right behind the bag, and that's why he threw it there. But that's all. That's shortstop's bag the entire time. Miscommunication there, and that's what leads to the extra base runner. And Lumberjacks
taking opportunity, taking mistakes wherever they get it. That's how they've been able to win here in the PSCL. Next pitch swung on and missed for a strike.
If I was a betting man, I say this guy's going to get a base hit here and scoring a run just because of the extra base runner the Bombers just gave up.
Next pitch on its way. Fouled off out of play.
A little adversity here for the Bombers lefty. See if he can try to get out of it. He's gotten ground balls, got a lot of weak contact here in the inning, so give me another ground ball here, see if they can actually turn the double play this time.
Next pitch, that's actually going to be fouled off.
Tough break there. Seen it happen before. It doesn't happen often on a check swing. The ball finds the bat, but tough break there. That probably was going to be a ball. And instead, he's got 2 strikes on him now.
Next pitch going to be way outside, going to hit the backstop, and now the runners for the Lumberjacks are going to move both into scoring position now.
Huge opportunity here for the Lumberjacks to drive in 2 runs and extend that lead. Might be just the cushion that they're going to need here in this one.
Next pitch on its way. A little high for a ball. Catherine, a little bit of struggle here. Here's the next pitch. Swung on and missed for a strike. Nice little cut there, but kept that on the outside that Catherine did.
It's a huge punch out there for the Bombers. Now it has 2 outs, runners in scoring position. Jacks still have an opportunity, obviously, with 2 away here to drive in those 2 runs, but that's a huge strikeout there.
So that's going to bring up Polanco up to the plate now for the Lumberjacks. First pitch, breaking ball, has it right, coming right into the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 is the count.
Yeah, again, being able to get the breaking pitch over for a strike is going to play huge.
0-1 is the pitch. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2 called, and Catherine now 1 strike away from getting out of this dangerous inning that the Lumberjacks have put himself in.
That's what the first pitch breaking ball on the outside half does. You can blow the fastball by him by a good fastball hitting team.
0-2, here's the pitch. Breaking ball, does it catch that outside corner? No, it does not. Marr thought it was.
I think the entire Bombers bench thought it was. As this umpire does have a bigger zone, so when you throw that breaking pitch on the upper half of the zone, most times they've been getting it, but not that time.
1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3 swinging, and that will do it for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Nice piece of pitching there by Catherine to get out of that inning. We're going into the top of the 4th inning now. The score remains still. Lumberjacks 3, Bombers 2. We'll see if the Bombers can tie things up coming up right here on the PSCL YouTube broadcast.
It's time to step away from the sofa and get back to the world you love, the world of Agua Caliente. So get ready to rediscover that winning feeling again at Agua Caliente Casinos.
So, you like meat?
I like meat and I like cheese.
Watch the monitor. This is the ultimate cheeseburger from Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
It's a big cheeseburger for purists. Just meat and cheese.
I like the meat and cheese part.
Yeah. But why a bun?
Bun's not meat nor cheese.
Word.
Right.
You lose that bun, you got something.
Without the bun, your hands would be covered with meat and cheese. All right, we'll look into that.
To be honored as an esteemed Forbes award-winning resort. It's quite another to be honored 3 years in a row. Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage is proud to once again be the recipient of the Forbes 4-Star Award for both our extraordinary hotel and the steakhouse, and Forbes' highest honor, the prestigious 5-Star Award for Sunstone Spa. Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, your 5-star escape.
We've reached the top of the 4th inning on this quarterfinal action of the PSCL season. First pitch for Tyler Marr is going to be fouled off. A little check swing right there. How you do? 0-1 is the count to start things off. The Bombers were able to get out of a big jam. Catherine leaving runners at second, third for the Lumberjacks, able to get out of the inning and keep this a 1-run ball game.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot of weak contact, and that's really been playing to his advantage. I mean, I think 2 of the 3 balls that were actually put in play were right up the middle. If they were hit any harder, they'd probably be base hits. But because he's been doing such a great job of getting weak contact, he's able to manage the inning, manage holding them at bay, and getting his team back in, especially after the little blunder of a play at second base that they had, trying to turn the double play.
Yeah, it was a little off-putting. And, you know, as a former pitcher myself, I absolutely do understand the problem of having to switch from, you know, pitch throwing and fielding throwing. There's always been, I feel like, a difference in that end of, like, having to switch from pitching to the catcher and actually fielding the ball and throwing it to a first or second.
Yeah, it's weird the mindset you have as a pitcher. Like, you're so used to getting geared up and just hucking it in there, whereas now you got to, play it safe. Good pick over there at first, by the way.
Gebhardt right there had a little bit of a slow pace to get that ball. As soon as he got it, though, beamed it over to Griffin, and that is going to be out number 1.
Thing about that shortstop over there is he does a really good job of fielding balls, but he has a hard time, making good, accurate throws. That's the second one he's thrown in the dirt over there. That time his first baseman was able to pick him up. But going back to the whole pitcher's fielding practice thing, it's like it's weird how pitchers have a hard time just throwing, soft pitches, soft throws in, to record an out as compared to, being able to hum it in there and throw pitches for strikes. I've never understood it, but I mean, hey, like, the more you work on it, the more it should become muscle memory.
First pitch to Almany, taken on the inside corner, strike 1. Next pitch on its way, swung on and missed. 0-2 is the count. When I was pitching and learn how to just make the throw over, I just had to realize, okay, I'm just gonna beam it at this point. Just throw it, because when you're taught as a pitcher, you're taught not to aim it, you're taught to throw it. Next pitch swung on and missed. Almany down on strikes. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. That's gonna be out number 2.
Yeah, the safest thing to do as a pitcher, is when you field that ball, just throw it in like normal. Just go in there. Don't rear back so much where you're trying to throw 90 plus from 10 feet away, but give him a good, strong, accurate throw, and it should be just fine. I mean, one of the best pitchers out there in Major League Baseball. He's back into his career, if not retired already. John Lester had a hard time making throws like that.
First pitch to Wainfield is going to be swung on, flying out to center field. Jimenez gets that ball, and that's going to do it for the top of the 4th inning. So, Lumberjacks not able to get a run going. We're going to see what they can do on defense on the bottom of the 4th inning right here on the PSCL YouTube broadcast.
Imagine a place where birdies tell tales. Where hard to describe is easy to find. A place that brings the stars closer to Earth. Can you imagine? This is Rancho Mirage.
Like, your, bacon.
Say it.
Steady. Ultimate cheeseburger.
burger. Go! Your Bacon Ultimate Cheeseburger.
Hot.
Yes, we are.
We won't make it till you order it. Our best Bacon Ultimate Cheeseburger ever. Now at Jack in the Box.
We've reached the bottom of the fourth inning, past now the halfway mark in this ball game. Bombers still down by 1 against the Lumberjacks 3-2. First pitch of the bottom fourth inning, breaking ball. Had to have Drew Griffin duck way out of the way there. Ball 1 is the count now. If you're going to get hit by a pitch, we always say you'd like to get hit by a breaking ball there.
Yeah.
1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Count is evened up now at 1-1.
Yeah, getting hit by a fastball and a breaking ball, they do not feel the same, I will say that. One's coming at you a lot harder than the other. They sting for the same amount of time, but one does hurt a little bit more.
Next pitch, line shot, fouled off out, actually.
That hurts, too, taking one off your foot.
That's just not tickle, that's for sure.
I remember one time I fouled one off my ankle, and I had a big old softball-sized bruise on my ankle for about a month. It does not feel good.
Oh, winter ball getting hit, though.
Ooh.
Oh, winter ball, yeah.
That cold weather just not.
I actually remember playing in winter ball one time. I got hit by a curveball. It was a curveball nonetheless, but in that cold of weather, it's not a pretty sight even then. 1-2 pitch, swung on, fouled off out of play. That's going to get into the park. It's going to remain the count 1-2. I
would have liked to see that pitch be more in on the hands. One thing that you can, when it comes to the psychological part of the game, when a hitter fouls the ball off their foot or their leg or something, going right back in psychologically, they're more hesitant to swing at that pitch just because they literally took it right off of their leg the pitch before. So if he was able to throw that more on his hands, he probably may have gotten the swing and miss instead of the foul off.
Next pitch was in the dirt. Count is evened up now at 2-2. Catherine kicks, and he deals. Swung on, little liner up the middle. Irwin's going to get the ball, though. Throw over to first in time. That's going to be an easy 6-3 put out. One out now in the bottom of the fourth inning.
More weak contact from the Lumberjacks hitters against Catherine. The only hard hit ball was that double in the gap a few innings ago. Otherwise, he's been doing a pretty good job at getting weak contact, giving his defense a chance to make plays out there.
So Hadley now up to the plate for the Lumberjacks. First pitch, breaking ball, gets over and hovers right across the heart of the plate for a strike. 0-1 is the count. A little bit of a dangerous pitch there to leave a breaking ball over the plate. Next pitch went back to the breaking ball, tried to go inside. 1-1 is the count now.
Yeah, but with how well he's been able to command the strike zone with both the breaking pitch and the fastball, you know, sometimes you do get away with that get me over breaking pitch because they're not ready for it.
Next pitch, little chopper up to the shortstop. Irwin gets the ball back again, throws over to first. Yes, he does get him in time. Nice play right there by Irwin to get the ball over to McCoy. And that is going to be out number 2 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Irwin doing it all right here.
Good players make routine plays, and back-to-back routine plays, he was able to make it look easy.
Showing off why he is in the best position as a fielder at the shortstop area. First pitch to Gebhardt, a little outside for a ball.
That's one way to tell a hitter to get off your plate.
Gebhardt does like to hover across the plate.
And with his small size, why not? I mean, he's already got a small zone. Let's make it a little smaller by hovering the plate.
1-0 pitch, swung on, drives that down over to the right field side. But a nice play by Macias, running, taking his hat off. And that is going to do it for the bottom of the fourth inning. Nice hit by Gebhardt, but Macias, nice speed to get that out. So, no harm, no foul. We're going back into the top of the 5th inning. Your score still remains 3-2 Lumberjacks. We'll see what they can do right here on the PSCL YouTube broadcast.
Our family at Desert Air has always had one mission: to provide our community with comfort solutions that fit their lifestyle and budget. For over 65 years, Desert Air strives to meet and exceed our customers' expectations, not only by keeping them comfortable, but by continuing to stand behind our service, products, and knowledgeable staff. Desert Air is family-owned here in the Coachella Valley since 1954 and will continue to be here for all your AC and heating needs. Desert Air. Live comfortably.
None of us can see the future, but we can plan for it. And Eisenhower Health has been doing that for years, adding state-of-the-art new facilities, innovative technologies, more doctors in key specialties, and more health centers across the valley, and new programs to meet specialized needs. Whatever the future brings, bring it on, because Eisenhower Health is here for you today and tomorrow.
Agua Caliente Casinos has added more of the hottest and newest slots. With more than 155,000 square feet of gaming, your next jackpot is just a slot pull away. No matter which of our 3 premier properties you visit, Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City, you'll always find more of the hottest and newest slots. Agua Caliente Casinos, the caliente place to play.
Dayton Anderson's going to get us started here in the top of the 5th inning for the Bombers. Bombers still down 3-2, keeping this a very close matchup. That's what you'll like to see here in the PSCL playoffs. Quarterfinal matchup here.
Yeah, good little pace to this one. We're already in the 5th, and we've only played for an hour. So a good little pace to this one. Like to see it.
First pitch to Anderson by Braden Turner. Catches that outside corner for a strike. 0-1 is the count. For the longest time, we thought it was Kyle Turner doing some DH work and pitching, but nope, it's going to be his brother Braden who's been doing all the work here. 4 innings complete. Next pitch on its way. Outside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. And, in fact, hasn't even reached 50 pitches yet until this upcoming pitch right here.
That's what happens when you throw a lot of first pitch strikes and a lot of pitches in the zone that hitters will end up swinging at, especially with a free swinging team like the Bombers.
Next pitch, nice little cut there by Anderson, but does miss. Count is now 1-2. One, two is the count. Turner kicks and he deals. Swung on, that's going to be popped up. Does that stay in play? We'll have to wait and see.
Catcher lost it in the sun, but it's out of play anyways.
Lucky there with him losing that in the sun. Get back into the stadium seats here.
Yeah,
and we will do it again at 1-2.
Pop-ups are going to be tough to play at this time of the day with the sun right at the middle of the sky. You know, it's at its peak at this time of the day. So if you're a fielder wearing your hat and you have your sunglasses on your hat, you better best put them on now.
1-2 pitch again. Here we go.
Good
Catches
pitch.
that outside corner off the breaking ball slider, and that is going to be out number 1.
There's that top of the zone strike that I mentioned at the beginning of the game. This is an umpire that has a particularly bigger zone, so you got to be a little bit more defensive on those close pitches, especially up in the zone. Now, you don't necessarily always want to be swinging at that pitch, but with 2 strikes, you got to be on the defensive on that part of the plate.
Especially with this being a close matchup here. Irwin's going to be squaring off the bunt. He's going to get down. Braden gets the ball, though, throws over to first in time. Nice piece of throwing right there by Turner, and right then and there, that's how you do a defensive throw for a pitcher. Just right into the mitt, chest high, and Griffin gets himself an out.
Yeah, right idea for the hitter there. Just unfortunate, you know, it was too much back towards the pitcher. If he's able to get that more down the first base line, now it's a foot race with the pitcher, maybe even the first baseman if he ends up coming off the bag.
First pitch to Macias now. With 2 outs now in the top of the 5th inning, he's going to be taken for a ball. 1-0 is the count.
Yeah, trying to get something going here for the Bombers. They are trailing by 1, and it is getting later and later into this one.
Running out of outs. got plenty of time, but they are running out of outs to make something happen. Next pitch taken, catches that outside corner with that strike zone, does catch up to him for another strike.
Once again, that big zone. As a pitcher, you love taking advantage of it. As a hitter, you really wish it was a little bit smaller.
1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's going to be grounded over to Gebhardt. Gebhardt having struggle. Throws it. Beams it over to first. Does he get in time? No, he does not.
That was huge. From up here, it looked like he got him. It was definitely bang, bang, but from up here, it looked like he got him. But
Boy.
again, once again, the field of play just messes with the hops of the baseball, and Gebhardt got a little bit of a shaky bounce there. I still put a good throw on it. But again, having to pick that out of the dirt takes a little bit away from the play, and that time the Bombers.
Macias, just with the hustle that he has shown off today in the one spot of the lineup, just able to speed that out.
Yeah, got the call there. I'm pretty sure if we go to New York, though, we may see that call
Someone
reversed.
someone might be reversing that call in New York.
Yeah.
So here comes Jonathan Jackson, 0 for 2 today. Next pitch. First pitch to him is going to be taken for a ball. Now I got a question for you. Did you have a chance to check out the Futures game yesterday?
No, I didn't, but a lot of big names, especially guys who just got drafted within the last year or two that were on the roster. So I heard it was a quality ball game. I wasn't quite able to catch it, though.
It was a pretty fun matchup. But I wanted to mention that because they actually brought in to try out the
automated strike zone.
They did, actually. And to test out the new system of challenging a couple calls, and it was a lot of fun actually to watch that.
Yeah, and there's two sides to that coin, because I mean you want to keep the human element to the game, but at the same time it's like we're getting to a point where it's just like we want the right calls made, and so it's like you gotta just roll with the punches sometimes. And I'm all for the human element, but at the same time, I do also want the right calls made, especially when they're so egregious as they are nowadays. I'm pretty sure they were just as bad back, in the 60s and 70s before replay was even a thought. But still, like, we're in a day and an age where, we all take advantage of technology. I mean, the hitters, all the pitchers use technology to their advantage. So why not use it to the game of play? And, I mean, for the most part, it's pretty spot on. I mean, it really comes to show you what umpires really have a good sense of the zone and which umpires don't.
Next pitch for Jackson, going to be fouled out of play. Count is evened up at 2-2. Yeah, I had a lot of fun watching a couple of the challenges calls. A couple close borderline pitches that the umpire called, and to see somebody challenge it, point it up and let the ABS do its work on just one pitch, and to show that the umpire was correct on those two calls. Was a lot of fun to see. Next pitch is going to be grounded over to Gebhardt. Gebhardt throws over to first, and he gets it in time. Jackson just a little frustrated on that end, but that will unfortunately do it for the top of the fifth inning. We're going into the bottom of the fifth inning. Lumberjacks still in the lead, 3-2. The Bombers still hanging in there. We'll have to see if they can defend some more right here on the PSCL YouTube broadcast.
That's it. That's his house. Mr. Brad Haley?
Relax. Did I win something?
My sources tell me you've been calling Jack in the Box junk in the box.
So?
I take these things personally, Brad.
Get lost.
Sure, just try my food, apologize, and I'll go.
Beat it, clown!
Listen, punk! I've spent millions of dollars improving my kitchens to make our best burgers ever!
You're psycho!
Oh yeah, whoop 'em good, Jack.
Brad, you get to try my best burger ever, and all I want is your honest opinion.
Tasty.
Really? You're not just saying that because I'm kneeling on your spine?
No, I shouldn't have dissed your food, man. I'm sorry, Jack.
Well, I'm sorry about the grass stains.
Really?
No.
reached now the bottom of the 5th inning. Back to the top of the lineup for the Lumberjacks. Jimenez up to the plate, 2 for 2 today. First pitch, he's going to line that down the left field line. Is that going to get down in time? No, it is not. Just foul. Almost had himself an easy stand-up double. Maybe with his speed, possibly a triple, but nonetheless, it's going to be just a foul ball, strike 1.
Yeah. First pitch swinging there, trying to get something started here. Just a few feet foul, and gets back to the box, and let's see if he can line one out here and keep one in within the lines.
So 0-1 is the count. Catherine back on the mound for the Bombers. 0-1 pitch. Taken, breaking ball, catches that upper end of the zone. 0-2 is the count now. So no balls and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, he's going to pop that up. Looks like that's going to get out of play into the stadium, and we will do it again at 0-2.
Yeah, Catherine been doing a good job of locating that breaking pitch on the outside half, so good piece of fighting that pitch off there by the hitter. Keep himself alive in the count.
So 0-2. Here is the next pitch. Fastball, little outside for a ball. 1-2 is the count now. Pretty good waist pitch there.
Yeah, especially after throwing the breaking pitch. Good job. Right idea to throw the fastball away, see if you can get the chase. Go back to the breaking ball pitch like he did there. I anticipate him trying to get something in on the hands, maybe something down, middle down in the zone, just to change the looks on the plate.
With Jimenez hovering the plate, I agree. I would see something going on the inside as well. Mars aiming right there. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, though, does go outside. Might have lost track of that end, and that's going to fill the count up. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I don't know, the way he threw that, may be a good thing that he missed his location, because that would have caught way too much of the plate.
So here is the payoff pitch. Swung on. Little grounder over to Catherine. Throws over to first base. And that's going to be an easy 1-3 put out for the first out of the bottom of the 5th inning.
Went back to the fastball there. Threw it too much at the middle of the plate, but because he was locating so much outside, and Macias is one of those guys who hovers the plate, basically looks like a fastball in on the hands, and so he was able to get the weak contact right back at him.
So with 1 out now, that's going to bring up Stillwell 0 for 2 today. Home for himself to get things going. First pitch taken over the heart of the plate for a called strike.
I think that was the changeup. It had a little bit of run to it. It could have been the 2-seamer, but good movement on that pitch.
0-1 pitch swung on. That's going to be up the middle. Anderson trying to get over to it as quickly as he can. Throw over to first is not going to be in time. So Stillwell's going to have himself an easy infield single there.
Took an okay route. I think he probably could have been better off taking more of a direct route. That ball is too much of a slow roller to be taking an angle at it. You're not playing in the outfield where it's the base hit, you take the angle to cut it off, especially with decent speed over there now at first. Try to take a direct beeline and try to beat that ball there. Because even if you don't beat it there, it's a base hit either way.
First pitch to Harmon's going to be a chopper. That's going to get over the head of Ochoa. And he has himself now, Harmon, a base hit with runners now at first and second for the Lumberjacks.
Unlucky bounce there for the Bombers. It's one of those where it's just, what can you say? The ball bounced high enough and found its way over the third baseman's head.
Now, Ochoa was definitely playing in, ready for a bunt attempt just in case. And that did catch up to him. If he was playing normally, I think he might have had a chance to grab that. But nonetheless, the Lumberjacks now have runners at first and second, still with only 1 out now, as Kyle Turner comes up to the plate now to get his chops in.
Yeah, the upside is Catherine's still getting a lot of weak contact, especially on the ground, as he's able to get that one out in front of the hitter. So if he can get one more weak contact ground ball, pretty good chance you'll see a double play turned here.
Kyle Turner, batting designated hitter for his brother Braden. A little bit throw back over to second base, keeps Stillwell close. And yes, it's confirmed he is safe.
Yeah, I don't know if you really want to throw that ball, but he didn't rocket it in there, so he was able to get away with that.
Just keep him close. Bottom of the 5th here, 0-1 is the count to Kyle Turner.
Yeah, sometimes those throws are just to keep the runner honest,
Next pitch over the inside corner. Pretty good placement there, and the count now is 0-2.
Once again, there's that big zone, and that's where the automated strike zone comes into play. It's like it's a game. We always say this game is a game of inches, and when you have that strike zone, it really helps to tell you, oh, that was just a hair,
notch, yes.
just a hair, a centimeter off on the tick of the plate. Because I remember seeing some highlights from that Futures game, and like a lot of times umpires miss those, half-inch, centimeter calls. And the fact that, the automated strike zone was saying, oh, yeah, it just nicked it. It's like, wow. Like,
okay, then.
Yep.
Next, that last pitch was popped up. Underneath it is Anderson's going to make the grab. And that will be out number 2 now here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nice piece of pitching there by Catherine to get that pop out.
Yeah, but I think the whole design for the automated zone, it looks like the Lumberjacks are bringing a new hitter in. New pinch hitter. For that automated strike zone, I think it's being brought in more to, take away the very egregiously bad calls by some umpires. Because, I mean, we always like to talk down about Angel Hernandez having one of the worst zones, and it's just like that's what it's meant for, is guys like that. Like, obviously, for the really close plays, which is why we have a replay for, foul balls, home runs, stuff like that. Because, it's the little minute things that you can't really see, but for the automatic strike zone to really come in, it's more for those really egregious calls.
So up to the plate now for the Lumberjacks is going to be a pinch hitter. It's going to be Owen Powers. First pitch was foul off. Next pitch taken is a called strike, 0-2. So he's in a little bit of a deficit here. 0-2 pitch, runner goes, throw over to third base. Is he going to get there in time? No, he is not. That is going to be out number 3. A nice piece of throwing there by Tyler Marr to get the out at third base. And that will do it for the bottom of the 3rd inning. So, once again, no harm, no foul. The Bombers able to get out of this inning with no runs coming across the score. But they're running out of outs themselves. They got to make something happen right here on the PSCL YouTube broadcast.
In the battle of the burgers, one man made a declaration of delicious. Jack. He set forth, armed with artillery no one saw coming. Boxes and boxes of mouth-watering burgers. He was determined to bring great taste to this great nation in the name of life, liberty, and the pursuit of flavor for all, so that everyone could taste history-making burgers. And America ate it up. True story. With fresher and tastier ingredients, we're making every burger better, like the new Double Jack. History never tasted so good.
It's one thing to be honored as an esteemed Forbes award-winning resort. It's quite another to be honored 3 years in a row. Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage is proud to once again be the recipient of the Forbes 4-Star Award for both our extraordinary hotel and the steakhouse, and Forbes' highest honor, the prestigious 5-Star Award for Sunstone Spa. Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, your 5-star escape.
Welcome back now to the PSCL YouTube channel. Brae Foust here. Ready to get some more action going here in this quarterfinal matchup between the Bombers and the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks still holding on to a 3-2 lead. The Bombers still hanging in there. First pitch to Quinn McCoy is going to be popped up. Going to be in the sun for Stillwell. He's keeping the glove in front of him. Good piece of defense right there, and that's going to be a 1-pitch, 1-out.
Had to fight the sun there, but he's one of those guys that actually wears his sunglasses and not leaves it up on his hat, like we see some of these guys who like to have a little bit of that swagger. And also using the glove to his advantage, covering, shading his eyes, giving him that extra protection.
Yeah, that's a Little League 101 basic training right there, is keeping the glove and using that as your shield for the sun. And it still works to this day.
Yep. Sometimes baseball, you just got to stick to the basics. That's how you become successful, is just being able to stick to the basics. Being able to field routine ground balls by squaring it up and just funneling it in, instead of some guys who like to backhand it, or try to run up on it. Sometimes all it just takes is the basics.
It's going to be Ochoa. First pitch was a ball. Next pitch swinging. Count is evened up now at 1-1.
It's like the saying, you cannot reinvent the wheel. Sometimes you just got to stick to the basics.
Ochoa 0 for 2 today, both of them striking out. Looking to try and make sure he doesn't have himself a sombrero. 1-1 pitch. A little bit of a breaking ball, catches that inside corner. 1-2 is the count now. Going to need to start to choke up and defend again.
Swings are looking a little bit sluggish now as we get later in this game. The heat does play a factor. I know people don't like to, use the weather as a factor, but it's like when guys are playing at such a high level, wow, that one missed inside. I can't believe it. But
it looked pretty close there too. Caught that inside corner,
it
but
looked good from here.
Just a little far outside. Count is now evened up at 2-2.
But as I was saying, sometimes the weather does play a factor, especially with the heat. You get fatigued a lot faster, a lot quicker. And I can see a little bit more sluggish swings out there from both the Bombers and the Lumberjacks. But, I mean, the weather's playing both sides, so let's see who can tough it out the longest.
So Ochoa, check the swing, does not go around. Count is now full 3 balls and 2 strikes. Turner kicks, he deals. The payoff pitch, breaking ball.
There
Strike
it is.
3 called. Breaks right into the strike zone. That is going to be out number 2. A nice piece of pitching there by Braden Turner. And now there's 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. He is pitching very well here. 68 pitches total, 5 2/3. He knows what he's doing right now. That's another strikeout for his column.
He's been doing a good job of pitching to contact and getting weak contact at that. Only reason why they scored 2 runs was from errant throws from his defense that allowed for them to get opportunities. That one's a nice piece into the gap.
Pitch, Tyler Marr gets a good piece of that one. Nice hustle there by Polanco to stay that and keep that in front of him. And that's going to just be a one hard hit. Tyler Marr single. And after that, he's going to have himself a courtesy runner as per rule. Boy, he hit that ball hard. I don't know what the ex velo was that, but he rocketed that out to left field.
Another pinch hitter here for the Bombers. They're trying to make some changes here, try to get something going. That's the thing about playoff baseball is that, you have your set lineup, but based on how the game goes, sometimes you got to make those changes, those necessary changes to their lineup. Just try to change it up, change up looks, find a way to scratch across another run, especially for the Bombers' case, trying to tie this one up here late in this one.
So courtesy runner is going to be Redding, who's been a top-notch courtesy runner for the Bombers this season. And up to the plate now, pinch hitting. As a throwback over, trying to get Redding, keep Redding close is going to be safe. It's going to be Heiberger up to the plate now for the Bombers. Get his pinch hit chops going here. Still a 3-2 ball game. Top of the 6th inning, 2 outs here. Turner trying to end it in this game, get one more inning out of the way. That first pitch, though, to Heiberger is going to be swung on, driven out deep to left field, and Polanco is going to get there underneath it for out number 3. So that's going to do it for the top of the 6th. We're going into the bottom of the 6th. Lumberjacks still up by 1 run. See if they can get some insurance runs going right here on the PSCL YouTube broadcast.
Girl, you know that there's one thing that I love, but it's not you I'm thinking of. I want the ultimate cheeseburger. Break it down. Cheese meat, and that's it. Baby, you know it's hot and juicy. This Jack won't make it till you order it.
Girls love this.
Our target is men.
What's the target?
It's time to step away from the sofa and get back to the world you love, the world of Agua Caliente. So get ready to rediscover that winning feeling again at Agua Caliente Casinos.
meat.
I like meat and I like cheese.
Meat.
Watch the monitor. This is the ultimate cheeseburger from Jack in the Box. It's a big cheeseburger for purists. Just meat and cheese.
I like the meat and cheese part.
Yeah.
But why a bun?
Bun's not meat nor cheese.
Word.
You lose that bun, you got something.
Without the bun, your hands would be covered with meat and cheese. All right, we'll look into that.
Welcome back now to this PSCL quarterfinal action. Lumberjacks Bombers in the bottom of the 6th inning. Catherine back up on the mound now for the Bombers. Owen Powers, after not being able to get a official at bat after the pickoff attempt, caught stealing attempt, he's going to have another chance here. First pitch taken for a ball.
Catherine been doing a good job here keeping his team in the ball game. Again, a lot of weak contact and not much more you can ask for from your starting pitcher, especially against a team that does a very good job of putting the ball in play, and not just putting the ball in play, but finding holes and getting base hits and creating runs.
So Owen Powers of Jefferson College takes his next pitch for a ball. 2-1 is the count. So from Jefferson College, he's a second baseman utility player by trade. Currently batting a 160 average, but his OBP 447. So there's another low average, high OBP staying on base, and another old-fashioned team player there. Next pitch was a ball, though. 3-1 is the count.
What does he do, guys? He gets on base.
So 3 balls, 1 strike. Here is the pitch. Little low, catches that lower end of the strike zone. Count is now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So umpire is going to have to defend a little.
Moneyball is great in theory, but especially when you can execute it.
So here's the payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled off. That's going to get out of play. Good battle here by Owen Powers and Catherine, as that is going to be keeping the count there at 3-2. There's some action in the bullpen now for the Bombers, trying to get somebody warm. As Catherine is about to pitch his 85th pitch of the inning, there's going to be ball 4, and Owen Powers has himself a walk-in. What do you know? He got on base.
Works a leadoff walk. Let's see if the Lumberjacks can take advantage. No, I'm still sticking to my pregame prediction of 5-3 being the final. I'll even take 5-4, make this an even closer ball game.
So it looks like Lumberjacks are going to have themselves a pinch hitter. It's going to be Pickowitz. As old skipper of the Bombers is going to go and have a little chit-chat with his guy, who is, 3-2 game, only giving up 3 runs. Not all of them earned, of course, but able to keep his guys going and keep this game as close as he has. That's what you'd like to see, especially in the playoffs here in the PSCL, able to keep them in the ball game this close, especially with the #1 overall team here, giving them their guys a chance still.
Yeah, that mound visit was more of a giving the pitcher in the bullpen time to warm up, but also at the same time letting your guy know, hey, this is a lefty-lefty matchup. You get the double play here, you're most likely going to stay out there for the next batter. If not, this is more than likely your last hitter, especially this close of a ball game.
First pitch is going to be a bunt. Pickowitz gets it down very nicely. Throw over to first base is going to get there in time, so the sacrifice is successful. Owen Powers gets over to second base, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. Nice piece of hitting right there. Some good old-fashioned move him over.
Yeah, there's that small ball coming into play once again. This good hitting lineup of the Lumberjacks, all he has to do is just find a hole, and head coach of the Lumberjacks, Sam DiMatteo, is probably going to be waving him around, try to get that insurance run going into the top half of the 7th.
Throw back over to second to keep Powers close is not going to be in time. Still dangerous there.
Cody Henderson going to play the matchup once again, going to give the good old 4 fingers to a Lumberjacks hitter and bring up another lefty-lefty matchup. Get a ground ball here, get him out of the inning. If he's not able to, probably bring in his reliever who's warming up in the bullpen.
Yeah, with the intentional walk there, yes, you're going to give himself a lefty-lefty matchup. You're going to have runners at first and second. The force is now in play. A double play will get them out of this inning. Some good strategy there by the skipper. By any skipper in general, really. So the first pitch to Hadley, who heads up.
That is not ideal.
That one kept it on the inside, a little too far inside, and Hadley is now on the base path off the hit by pitch, and now the Lumberjacks with bases loaded and 1 out.
That was actually the second time he was hit. He almost hit a third time with those same breaking pitch. Having a hard time really getting that breaking pitch over a strike on this hitter, and once again, pitcher is ready and warm for the Bombers. Let's see what good old skip Cody Henderson can do muster up here. I think they're going to stick with the lefty.
I love what he just did. I just saw Catherine wave off his coach. I got this. I just saw him wave him off. He's got this. I know he does. Yeah, he's got 87 pitches, 5 1/3 as of now.
That's a vote of confidence right there.
Infield's going to come on in.
Big vote of confidence right there to leave your starter out there in a big situation, especially when he's been doing it for you not just all summer, but in this game to keep him close.
So Binion Gebhardt for the Lumberjacks takes his first pitch for a ball. Has been pretty top-notch nine hitter with his speed. Fairly good defense at shortstop, but he's actually been able to hit the ball pretty well as well.
Good block there.
Next pitch in the dirt for a ball, 2-0. Yeah, Tyler Mark in a shield.
Yeah, as a catcher here, you want to be able to still call those pitches down, especially in the dirt, to try to get a swing and miss or weak contact, but still also got to be a wall at the same time, as that's a crucial run over there at third.
2-0 pitch. That's going to be swung on. That's going to be popped up. Jackson getting underneath it. Powers is going to be tagged. It's actually going to get down. Throw over to second. That's going to get thrown away. 1 run is in. Going into the dugout of the Bombers. Out of play is going to be the ruling. And that is going to score 2 runs now off the errant, not able to see where the ball is. And the Lumberjacks have now taken a 5-2 lead.
Huge. Like I said earlier, the sun is going to play a factor. And the center fielder for the Bombers off the bat just did not see it as he lost it in the sun. As you can see, he's over there trying to figure out how to play the sun, as he's really down on himself over there. But again, cannot allow the Lumberjacks to get opportunities to score, and that's a huge, huge, huge play. I think they're trying to figure out what exactly to make the call. I was told by the umpires that it's 2 bases if it's a throw from the outfield that goes out of play.
So it looks like, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what they're making the call here.
Because a 2-run deficit against a 3-run deficit is a big thing here, especially with only 1 at-bat left for the Bombers. Trying to make sure everything's correct. They're going to reconfirm. And, yes, they're going to keep it the way it is. 2 runners on base, 2 runners score. A 5-2 ball game now. Lumberjacks with getting their insurance runs that they wanted, and still have a big opportunity to get another. Catherine's still out there. 90 pitches in. Infield is in as well. First pitch to Jimenez is going to be taken outside for a ball, a little high as well.
That was huge for him to get the weak contact pop-up. It's just unfortunate his outfielders couldn't quite make the play as they lost in the sun. So now he's got 1 out, runners on second and third, instead of having 2 outs and runners on first and second.
So next pitch in the dirt. Good block by Mar again for a ball. 2-0 is the count. 2-0 pitch. Taken, does catch that inside corner for a called strike. 2-1 is the count now. Maybe a little too far inside, but nonetheless, that's going to be 2-1 count.
Yeah, quite possibly. It was a little bit harder to see that time. The last time we saw that looked like it was strike, because that one finds a hole.
Ground ball, and Jimenez has himself an RBI. Gebhardt rounds third, heads over to the plate, and that is going to be the second run of the inning. And Jimenez has himself another 2 RBIs with his single.
And that will be the end of Catherine's day. It's a tough break. He did a stellar job all day. It's just unfortunate that his defense could not come through for him here in the late innings.
Guy pitched well over 90 pitches.
The stat sheet is not going to be conducive of, it's not going to really show what he did here today for the Bombers.
No, he absolutely pitched an outstanding game. Doesn't matter what the stats line says. If you watch this game back, you will absolutely see that he has pitched he He pitched a fantastic game here. Nothing to be ashamed about. But unfortunately, now the Lumberjacks and with the Bombers now have a 5-run deficit. They're going to be in a little bit of trouble now. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back right here on the PSCL Baseball Network.
Agua Caliente Casinos has added more of the hottest and newest slots. With more than 155,000 square feet of gaming, your next jackpot is just a slot pull away. No matter which of our 3 premier properties you visit, Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City, you'll always find more of the hottest and newest slots. Agua Caliente Casinos, the caliente place to play.
Welcome back now to the bottom of the 6th inning, as the Lumberjacks have now taken a big lead. Now the insurance runs have been coming through, and that's going to be another base hit for the Lumberjacks. Stillwell has himself a nice hard-hitting line drive single out to right field, still with only 1 out in the inning. Can't ask for nothing else for the Lumberjacks. They've been keeping the game close with a 3-2 lead, and now taking advantage. There's a couple of mistakes and a couple of
Yeah, you can't let that happen against one of the top teams in this league. They will take advantage, and the Lumberjacks have shown that here as their first pitch swinging back-to-back batters. This one in the center field.
Jackson does make the grab. Runners are tagging. They are going to make it to their other stations with 2 outs now in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Not the right throw there, though. You got to keep the runner at first. The runner at second is going to make the third easily as you're backpedaling to make that play. But you got to split them and keep the runner at first and keep the force play intact. And now instead they have only one place to go.
Other than runners at the corners, they are now going to have runners in scoring position, both of them. As that's going to bring up Kyle Turner. First pitch is going to take for a ball. Looked like a little bit of slider action. 1-0 is the count.
Yeah, I'm looking through their roster here. I don't see a 26 on there. And this might be the guy they picked up from their win yesterday. I'm not 100% accurate on that, but seeing that we can't find 26 on either of our rosters that we have, this may be one of those guys, because there is that rule. You beat a team, you could pick up one of their pitchers as the further you advance, and I think this might be the guy that the Bombers picked up.
Well, now the count now is 2-1 to Kyle Turner. 0 for 2 today officially. Trying to get that 1 run. 2-1 pitch now. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Count is evened up now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still with runners at second and third base. But anything can happen in playoff action. Anything can happen in the top of the 7th inning. We've seen bigger leads be chopped down all the way. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 swinging. That's going to do it for the end of the 6th inning. But not before the Lumberjacks able to put a 4 spot here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Bombers, they only have 3 outs left to stay alive here in this PSCL action. We'll see if they can do it right here on the PSCL Baseball Network.
None of us can see the future, but we can plan for it. And Eisenhower Health has been doing that for years, adding state-of-the-art new facilities, innovative technologies, more doctors in key specialties, and more health centers across the valley, and new programs to meet specialized needs. Whatever the future brings, bring it on, because Eisenhower Health is here for you today and tomorrow.
Sometimes all you need is a chip of the chair, and the Bombers have 3 chips in the form of 3 outs left to stay alive here in the playoffs. First pitch to Wainfield is going to be taken for a strike. 0-1 is the count as Braden Turner back on the mound, ready to complete this game his own.
Yeah, I don't see anything changing from the Bombers, still going up there swinging the bats, just giving themselves a chance to try to come back in this one. But again, playing the Lumberjacks, one of the better teams in the PSCL, they got a big uphill climb ahead of them.
Next pitch way outside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Turner has a sign. He kicks. He deals. Swung on. He drives that pretty deep down the left field line. Is that going to stay fair? That is going to get fair, and that is going to be, it looks like a double for Wainfield. Yes, it is. A stand-up double to start things off. Well, you got to start somewhere here in the top of the 7th inning, and Wainfield does so just like that with a stand-up double.
I don't know how well the fans can see it back home, but winds are blowing in. I can see from the way the trees are blowing, the trees are moving, the wind is blowing in. So it looked really good off the bat. Might have had a little bit of top spin on it, but it definitely should have went a lot farther if the winds weren't blowing in.
So now runner at second base. That's how the Bombers need to get things going. As Anderson's now up to the plate now for the, correction, that is actually a pinch hitter for the Bombers. That's going to be number 19, Fowler. First pitch swinging and missed. 0-1 is the count.
Fowler is hitting .250 on the summer. On-base percentage, .444.
Knows how to get on base. Next pitch, though, swinging and missed. 0-2 is the count now. Now he's going to have to choke up a little bit, protect a little. Don't want to waste any outs here. You only have 3 left. So no balls and 2 strikes is the count to Cole Fowler. Wainfield on second base. Next pitch going to be in the dirt, though. A little too low. 1-2 is the count now. Turner does have himself a 5-run advantage, but we've seen crazier things happen in the game of baseball. He's going to have to still knock her down and keep pitching good. Next pitch is going to get catching that outside corner, and I think the umpire forgot, but that was strike 3. Strike 3 looking, and Fowler is down on strikes. Unfortunately, now they're down to just 2 outs left in this inning.
Another pinch hitter here now for the Bombers, trying to make things happen. Is that Caden Oshiro? He definitely knows how to get on base. He has an on-base percentage of .531, but his batting average, however, is only a .211.
First pitch he's going to take for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Once again, a good old-fashioned team player, maybe a little batting average, but is getting on base and giving the Bombers a chance here.
Yeah, he leads the team in walks. He has 13. He's the only one on the Bombers squad with double-digit walks.
Next pitch taken for a ball 2. 2-0 is the count. Looks like he spots the ball pretty well, at least recognizing where the balls are going to be and where the strikes are going to be.
Yeah, he's only struck out 6 times this summer.
That's pretty impressive. That is very impressive.
Yeah, when you can pretty much double the amount of strikeouts you have.
Next pitch lines that down the left field line. It's going to get fouled, though. 2-1 is the count now.
Now he just has to find a way to put the ball in play and get on base. Only has 4 hits the entire summer and 32 plate appearances.
So 6 strikeouts, though, in 18 games. That's only a strikeout every 3 games. So he's getting himself chances, that's to say. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball breaks a little too much down below, and that's going to move the count to 3-1.
It is one of those times where I would probably tell the infielders, or not the infielders, the outfielders, excuse me, play a little bit more in. It doesn't really have a whole lot of pop. All 4 of his base hits have been singles, so not really showing any kind of pop off of his bat.
3-1 pitch. Swung on. He's going to foul that off into the back net, and that's going to fill the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And what that does with now I see the left fielder is coming a little bit more. What that does is that eliminates the possibility of the runner at second scoring on a base hit. So it keeps, not only does it keep a run from scoring, but it also has the double play in effect still with the next hitter up on deck.
So with 3 balls and 2 strikes, Oshiro with only 1 out to play right now, 2 outs left to play with. Next pitch, he's gonna foul that off. Is that gonna get back? No, it's gonna dribble and stay a foul there, and we will do it again at full count.
That's what he does, just fights stuff off. Good hitters know how to just throw their hands at pitches that are too close to take and just fight it off. Hence why he has twice as many walks on the summer as he does strikeouts.
So once again, we're here with a 3 ball and 2 strike count. Braden Turner up to 83 pitches now. Getting maybe a little tired, but I think he's got enough confidence to finish this thing out right here and right now. The payoff pitch gonna be inside, and Oshiro, he would bump that OBP even more, and he's on base now. Bombers have runners at first and second, still with only 1 out in the inning.
Still ground ball away from getting out of this one. 1 pitch can get 2 outs.
But that is going to bring up the 3-for-3 batting of Macias here. 3-for-3 with 3 straight singles.
Yeah, if there's ever a guy to have at the plate in this moment, it is their best hitter in your lineup in Mason Macias.
First pitch swinging in the dirt. Nice block there by Hadley for a called strike. 1-0-1 is the count.
He leads the team in singles with 11 and has the second most RBIs on the team with 10.
0-1 pitch on its way. In the dirt. Nice take there. Count is even up at 1-1. Tomorrow's going to be PSCL semifinal matchups. Let's see what's going to happen there. Game's going to be at 9 and 11:30. Should be played right here on the stadium. And then July 11th will be PSCL championship ball game. 1-1 pitch. He's going to pop that up. That's
tough having to battle the sun here.
That's going to be a major league pop up right there. It's going to ricochet off a chair. And apparently Gebhardt just sprinted all the way from shortstop trying to get that ball.
Yeah, it looked like the third baseman's having a hard time reading it. And Gebhardt over there just as help. He did do a little bit of help as he was almost able to get to that one. Just didn't want to run into those chairs and hurt himself. But, I mean, here in playoff action, you know, got to make every play possible. If he does, you'd never know. The Bombers might come through with a big rally here after not making that play.
So the count now is 1-2 after that foul off. Macias has to defend just a little bit, choked up on the bat. He's ready to go. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, another nice block by Hadley. A good waste pitch there by Turner. Count's going to move up to even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 1 out, though, still in the top of the 7th inning. A ground ball can do it, and in this game right here, right now. And Turner looks like he's trying to keep it as low as he can here in the strike zone and get that ground ball. 2-2 pitch.
Good
Swung on. That's
pitch.
going to be a line shot out to the outfield. Jimenez gets the ball. He can throw that in time, though. So station to station, the runners go. That's the bad news, but the good news is they have bases loaded. That's going to bring up Jackson up to the plate now.
And that'll also bring in the head coach for the Lumberjacks to have a talk with his starter, who's pitched very well here through 6 1/3 innings for the Lumberjacks. I don't think that will be the end of his day, as nobody is warming up in the bullpen, so I think this is his game to finish out.
Absolutely. We'll have to see if they can get Jackson here, though.
A little bit of conservative base running, though, from the Bombers. I don't know if the runner at second, well, now at third, either didn't read the ball cleanly or just was trying to make sure it got through. Probably one of those base hits you could score on, but, again, ball line drive like that, be a little bit more conservative as they are only chasing 5, and they have 2 outs to play with.
Yeah, look like one of those line shots that you've seen can carry over and carry too far right into the glove of the center fielder. We've seen that happen before today. Want to play it safe, as you said. They only have 2 outs to play with. Yeah. But again, you got 5 runs to catch up on.
Yeah, we have the angle above here, so we can't really see how hard that's coming off. You know, clearly does have the better angle down there, being on the field. But again, you know, don't want to waste outs. You want to keep the pressure on the Lumberjacks as you are at the top of your lineup.
So Jackson now up to the plate. First pitch he's going to take for a ball in the dirt. 1-0 is the count. Jackson, unfortunately, yes, one of the best hitters here. He is a PSCL All-Star, but 0 for 3 today. But that can change right here, right now. He can make up for everything that he's done right here in this top of the 7th at-bat. 1-0 pitch. Swung on. He checked that swing. He's going to foul that off into the stadium seats. 1-1 is the count now. Still a pretty big at-bat here. Keep the pressure on the Lumberjacks to make sure they got good plays going.
Yeah, the goal here, if you're Turner, is keep the tying run on deck. You don't want the tying run to come to the plate.
So 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Outside, way outside, an easy take for Jackson. Count has now moved to 2-1. And Turner now above 90 pitches here. Still with only a 6 1/3, but like I said, there's nobody warming up in the bullpen. It's going to be all him.
And for him, he's got a 5-run lead to work with, so he can give up a run or two and still get an out or two.
Next pitch catches that outside corner for a called strike. Evens the count up now 2-2, and Jackson now is going to have to defend on this big opportunity for the Bombers late in this game.
Yeah, another one of those calls on the outer half of the zone that very questionable. Turner got the call that time. Let's see if Jackson can fight that one off.
2-2 pitch swung on. That's going to be a little chopper down the right field line. That's going to get foul, though. Nice defensive swing there by Jackson. Keep the ball at least out of play and give himself another chance. Count remains now at 2-2.
Yeah, name of the game right now for the Lumberjacks is do everything you can to keep yourself in this.
So Wayne Fields at third, Oshiro's at second, Macias at first, and Jonathan Jackson, the 7-6 runner right there. So 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Jackson defends well again. Fouls that off into the net, and we will do it again at 2-2. And just like that, the Lumberjacks now are going to get somebody warming up in the bullpen. Just to be safe, just to make sure Turner has a backup plan.
Yeah, this is one of the longer innings for Turner, so the pitch count starting to get to him here a little bit here in the 7th. Not a bad idea to get somebody warmed up just in case, especially with the tying run on deck.
Stills looking for that ground ball to get him out of this inning and send the Lumberjacks to the semis. Next pitch, grounder up the middle. That's going to get through. 1 run is in. Another run, rounding third, heading home. Is he going to get in time? Yes, he is. And Jonathan Jackson with a big RBI, 2 RBI single. It is now 7-4 Lumberjacks.
Huge base hit there. Turner might have been able to make a play, but again, that ball was headed towards his head and it was hit hard. If maybe just throws his glove up a little bit, he may be able to knock it down, but instead the ball gets right past him, finds its way up the middle, and drives in 2. Double play is still in effect here, so he is still 1 pitch away from ending this ball game, but the tying run is now at the plate.
Quinn McCoy, 1 for 3 today, and a big opportunity as well. First pitch swinging, 0-1 is the count. Should be Johnny Young right now, getting some warm up going for the Lumberjacks from Texas A&M Texarkana. But Braden Turner wants to end it right here and now for himself. Next pitch, catch that outside corner back door. 0-2 is the count now. Like I said, the tying run, Quinn McCoy up at the plate. 1 swing of the bat could tie the ball game up right here and now.
1 swing of the bat could also end it.
0-2's pitch swung on and missed. Had Quinn McCoy chasing there. And now the Bombers are down to their last out, possibly of the season right here. With 2 outs now. Nice pitch by Braden Turner. As that is going to bring up that's going to bring up Ochoa. Fortunately, 0 for 3 today. 1 out left to play with.
Thing about Ochoa is he may have a small batting average. He may be hitting over a buck, but he has the 4th most RBIs on the team. So there's something to say. He might have the clutch factor in him, and this might be that opportunity he's looking for here.
First pitch taken for a strike. Ochoa waggling his bat, ready to go. 0-1 is the pitch. Swung on and missed. Off speed, looked like a breaking ball. Had him chasing, and now 0-2 is the count. Looked like got right over it. Could not make contact, and now he's down to an 0-2 count and has to defend here. So no balls, 2 strikes. Lumberjacks looking to end it. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Try to get him chased. Does not, though. Count is now 1-2. And Braden Turner now above the triple-digit mark. But just 1 out away, 1 pitch away from sending his Lumberjacks to the semifinals. Jackson at first, Macias at second. The tying run at the plate. Here is the pitch. Just a little low. Count is evened up now. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You have Tyler Marr on deck. 320 hitter. Doesn't have a whole lot of RBIs, but still that's a good bat to have coming up with the bases loaded and 2 outs if Ochoa can get on base.
2-2 pitch. Swung on. Nice battle there. Ochoa keeping this bat alive. Keeping the Bombers alive. That's going to foul off into the Lumberjacks dugout.
Good pitch there by Turner, and Ochoa made it known to Turner. He's like, you got me there. That's that playful banner that I was talking about earlier that you like to see between these guys, especially here in summer ball.
So Braden Turner about to pitch number 105. 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count. 7-4 is the score. Here is the pitch. Taken. Just misses the outside corner. A nice placement by Turner, but just missed barely on the outside, and that's going to fill the count up.
Crazy.
Boy, it's close.
He rung up a Bombers hitter, I think it was in the last inning, on that same pitch, same location. But this time he gives it to the Bombers, and now it's a full count. The runners will be on the move.
3 balls, 2 strikes, runners on the move. Here they go. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, a little too high, and that is going to walk Mr. Ochoa over to first base. And the Bombers have bases loaded, still with 2 outs. They are keeping themselves alive. They're making this an interesting matchup right here and right now.
Oh, yeah, they are, and especially after a huge no strike call there with a 2-2 count. That is huge. That play is huge. That's the human element we were talking about earlier.
Absolutely. First pitch to Tyler Marr, taken, catches the heart of the plate for a strike. 0-1 is the count.
That looks similar to the non-strike 3 call, but probably could have been more of the plate, but looked very, very similar. Eerily similar at that. I don't know if we're getting a pinch runner. Is that a courtesy runner?
No, it should be a pinch runner, actually. It's going to be Kenny Booth going to get his running chops in.
Well, as the tying run, you want as much speed as you can on the base path.
Absolutely. Tyler Marr, 2 for 3 today. Needs to go 3 for 4 to keep themselves alive. Here's the next pitch, 0-1. Swung on. He's going to foul that off out into the stands. And now, once again, the Bombers down to their last strike.
If I were the Lumberjacks, I'd try to play no doubles defense with the outfielders because a ball in the gap might score all 3 of them, especially when they're going on contact with 2 outs.
It looks like Harmon is playing no doubles a little bit, but Jimenez and Pickowitz a little deep. 0-2 pitch. Swung on. He's going to pop that up. And this should do it. Tough play. Stillwell gets underneath it. Makes the grab, and that will do it. So the Lumberjacks do survive this ball game. And a complete game for Braden Turner. Goes full 7 complete innings of play and is able to take the win for the Lumberjacks. And the Lumberjacks now moving into the semifinals. And the Bombers, boy, what a fight by those guys to keep themselves alive. Just comes up a little short here. But boy, oh boy, what a game they were able to produce here.
Yeah, stellar ball game from both sides. You like to see the back and forth early on. Bombers almost let it get away from them there late in the ball game, but able to fight till the very end and not go down quietly to make this an interesting one at the end.
So that will do it here at the PSCL YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching us here. Be sure to come back tomorrow, as tomorrow is going to be semifinal day. The Lumberjacks are going to be coming on. Don't know who won completely last. I don't know who's.
They will be taking on the Lumberjacks will be playing the Green Dragons, while I believe the A's won over on the turf, so they will be taking on the North Stars.
Well, you heard it here first. Be sure to come back here on the PSCL channel. 9 o'clock will be the first ball game, and then after that, about 11:30ish or 30 minutes after that ball game, we'll have game number 2 of the semifinals. So make sure you click that subscribe button here on the YouTube channel and ring that bell for notifications to make sure you know when we are coming on live. But till then, thank you guys for watching us here on the PSCL YouTube channel. My name is Brae Foust. Once again, your final score, Lumberjacks 7 and the Bombers 4. I'll have a good rest of the day, and we'll see you back here at the ballpark.